Hey, welcome back to the channel. So I'm out kind of walking around this lake today. Just gonna see what kind of pictures I can get. We're on the Insta360 Go 3S up here, and we're shooting photos with the Fuji XE5, which is coming one of my absolute favorite cameras that I actually own. And I'm on the 16 to 80 lens, which I absolutely hate the 16 to 80 lens. It has good focal range and everything, but I'm just not a big fan of it. But it is what it is. It has, for what I'm doing today, serves its purpose. This is just a small little city lake. It takes about 20-30 minutes to walk around it. And just kind of bored and thought, I'm gonna go out and see what I can get. Recording audio on the DJI Osmo, or the microphone, so hopefully the audio will be decent. I really enjoy in this camera the ability to crop in, even though I know it's just a, like cropping in post-production. Dude, more than likely will never, ever edit a raw photo out of the Fuji. That's just not a thing for me anyway. Maybe one day I shoot in RAW and JPEG, but I just don't ever see it happening, ever. I really want to try out the 16 to 80 because I'm thinking about getting just a standard zoom lens for this camera, and it's really between the 16 to 50, kit lens 2.8 to 4, or the 16 to 55 2.8, which is by all accounts a superior lens. And I just don't want it to be too big for this camera. The weight of this 16 to 80 is approximately the same weight and size as that 16 to 55. And I will say that with this little grip, like I was saying, the size and weight of the 16 to 55 is roughly the same size as this 16 to 80, which is actually quite comfortable with this whole grip. So I'm not stressing out about the size and weight of this lens. Another cool thing about this whole grip is that I can put this larger foul cam plate on here, and it has two different screw holes that I can use. So this sucker is not moving anywhere. The plates that just have one little screw in there, they just come loose so easy. And I got this bigger plate, and it takes two. You can use two screws to keep the plate in position, but a lot of the cameras and plate manufacturers only have one screw hole anyway, so it doesn't even really matter. But this Hogue extra grip allows you to put two screws in there, which is awesome. Also, it has a Arca Swiss on the bottom. It's just an awesome little grip extension. Has a wooden handle on there, which is nice. All this and that. See those people way over there? It's actually picking up on them. My camera's picking up on them and trying to track them. Their eye. Autofocus of the XE5 has been fairly impressive so far. I can't give you 100% review quite yet because I'm just not, I've used it enough in demanding situations to be able to say that autofocus is good or autofocus is bad. I will say that it's been pretty good. What I'm doing here really is I'm just looking for light, you know, and how it might be lighting a plant up, or I'm just looking at the light and seeing if I can get any kind of cool photos, because there's really nothing in particular interesting going on out here but just some plants and stuff. So really I'm just looking for a little bit of light peeking through, trying to make an interesting photo out of that. But I mean, you can only take so many photos of red leaves, red plants. Oh, frog was cooperating for a second. He got tired of me. Wildlife photographer. You never know what you're gonna see out here. Mostly just turtles and frogs, and every now and then you'll see some birds. Oh, there's a bird right there. Hold the phone. I'm gonna be able to get a good picture of him. I don't think so. Let's see if I can get down there. Can you see him through all that? I don't think so. It's a blue heron down there. I don't know if I can get a good picture of him though. I mean, he is tucked in there. Yeah, he took off. He took off. There's a tree, a cypress tree that's been in the middle of this lake forever, and kind of makes it an interesting focal point of the lake. You know, you can come out when the sun is just right, or the light's just right. Take some photos. It can be quite beautiful certain parts of the day. I like to have that 70 to 300 lens, but I'm trying to keep my lens selection to a minimum with this camera, because I just don't want to, you know, I can't just have a bazillion lenses for this, and then Sony, and then some for Panasonic, and then it just gets overwhelming, and then you're just kind of, you know, you don't know what to take. But this XE5 has really impressed me up to this point. Like I say, yeah, I'm a full frame snob at heart, but this camera is starting to change my mind on that just a little bit, because it's been so nice. It's so nice to use. There's so many cool things about it. Everybody likes to yammer on about the video capabilities or lack thereof of the XE5. You can't film in this mode, and you can't film in that mode, and this blah, 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 and all this stuff. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, yo, this camera pretty much does what I want it to do. It'll shoot in 4K 30, 4K 24. Video looks fine. Stabilization could be better, you know. Yeah, I wish it had 4K 60 and it didn't crop in, and I shot in high quality mode, and blah, 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 all this stuff. But for what I want to do, it does good. And the autofocus in video mode, if you just want to do a talking head, has really been excellent. Like, I've shot, I don't know, 3 or 4 different talking head videos on this camera. Never noticed any bobbles in the autofocus or any reason to be concerned about any of it. So far, pretty awesome camera. And it has a viewfinder for us old blind people. Now, I mean, don't get it exaggerated or anything. This is not a high performance camera, you know. You're not going to be shooting sports with this thing. I mean, that's just not what it's about. This is a whole nother vibe This is a vibe unto itself, the XE5. So if you're thinking about getting a camera like the XE5, you know, X106 or anything like that, it's not a high performance deal. So if you want to get a camera like this and complain about the autofocus and complain about, you know, video specs and lack of features and all that kind of stuff, you're kind of missing the whole point of the camera itself. The camera is the vibe. The camera is a vibe unto itself. So once you accept that, and you're like, yo, this camera's awesome. I mean, I like this one better than the X106 because I like using different lenses. Like, I couldn't be out here with just a 35mm. It'd drive me absolutely crazy. But they have similar vibes. And, you know, like I was saying, if you're wanting something high specs, high features, blah, 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 you're missing the whole point. The camera is a vibe unto itself. And once you accept that, you're either going to like the vibe or not. And once you accept that, you know, the limitations or what the camera can do well and what it can't do well, and if you like it or not, that's when you start, you know, realizing how awesome a little camera like this is. It's a whole vibe, man. I'm here for it, to tell you the truth. I'm here for it. See all these red leaves? I just want to stop and take pictures of all these red leaves, but I can't. There's only so many I can take. Fall's just about here. It's still 90 freaking degrees though. I gotta take one right here. That pretty much concludes our walk. I don't know how long that was. 20, 30 minutes really. Not very long. But there was a couple of photos down there by the ballpark, right over there. Before I got out of here, I wanted to take just a few pictures of around this ballpark a little bit. We'll take a few photos around here. I don't know, something's going on with my action camera here. I don't know. It keeps flashing something. I don't know what it's saying, if it's even working. Who even knows? But hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.